everybody, I'm Natalia Bonner. Welcome to the 9 Patchalong 3.0 block number 7. All right, today I'm going to be using both of my mini machine quilting rulers, the mini 4-in-1 and the mini inside out machine quilting rulers. Whenever you're working with machine quilting rulers, like I'm doing here, you want to make sure that you have a ruler foot on your machine. So as I'm quilting, you can see that my machine has a nice thick foot on that. This is a foot that is designed to glide right up against your rulers and create nice smooth lines as you machine quilt. Now, one other tip I will share with you, gentle pressure. Whenever you're working with machine quilting rulers, you're going to find yourself in the beginning with a death grip here on your machine and a death grip on your ruler. Gentle pressure. It's kind of a joke around our house because I have kids that were always saying gentle, 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 but I'm really serious. Gentle pressure, you're going to find that you have better results when working with machine quilting rulers. Alrighty friends, let's hop over to my machine and let's get stitching. Like many of the other blocks so far, I'm going to start out by stitching in the ditch all the way around the outside of my block and then through the center of the block on my seams. Now, I'm not showing stitching in the ditch around the outside just because I actually went through and quilted all of my border and sashing before I started working on the blocks. Generally, when I'm machine quilting, I quilt my borders and sashing as I go. However, just for the sake of the 9 Patchalong and using it as an educational video class, then I did go through and quilt all of that first. Now I do have a free video where I share with you exactly how to quilt that sashing design. I actually have a lot of them on my YouTube channel if you are interested in a design to use in your borders and sashing. This is one of those designs where I keep reminding myself less is more. You all know that I'm a heavy quilter and I love to just quilt things like crazy. But this particular block, we're going to keep it a little bit more simplistic. You can start in any corner. I chose to start in one of my orange blocks, stitch across that block. I started out with my 4-in-1 machine quilting ruler and then continued on with my inside out machine quilting ruler, stitching point to point curves. Now I've advanced to the second pass and you can see that I'm going to actually stitch 2 blocks at a time. So these are my 2 white blocks. I'm going to start out on these ones with the mini inside out and stitch 2 point to point curves across the blocks and then stitch right back to where I started using the mini 4-in-1 machine quilting ruler. Now I've moved on to the 3rd row, so I'm going to stitch all the way through my block, but this time I'm starting with my mini 4-in-1 machine quilting ruler and then I'll come back across with my mini inside out machine quilting ruler. Now the reason I'm working back and forth between the mini inside out and the mini 4-in-1, they have the same curve, so I'm going to end up with the same design, but I just love holding the ruler towards my body. Practice using different rulers and holding them in different places. I find that a lot of times just holding the ruler closer to my body, I end up with a little bit better result because I feel more comfortable. So now I've moved on to the 4th row and again I'm going to start with my mini inside out machine quilting ruler and then switch to my mini 4-in-1 machine quilting ruler to stitch back to where I started. Now often you'll also see that because I finished with my mini 4-in-1, then I'll start the next set with the mini 4-in-1 just because it's already in my hand, and then I'll finish off using the mini inside out machine quilting ruler. This block was so much fun to machine quilt. I love the simplicity of it. Obviously, you could go through now and fill in those shapes or leave them just like this. Less is more. I love how block number 7 turned out. Sometimes you just need something fast. This was the perfect design for that. But I can't wait for block number 8.